Guten Tag and willkommen, as we are back at PopCulture Reacts, reacting to a Rammstein self-titled slash untitled album, and we are at track 5, Sex.
And
Uh,
weirdly, it wasn't what we spent in between this one and our Sands talking about, was it?
no,
We were planning a lottery win. So if when this comes out, if closely followed after this, you see us in the same room in a lovely new studio. The lottery ticket I've just agreed to buy and share with Chris has paid out.
and we're going up in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So obviously, so far, so good on this album.
yeah. Really good so far. Really, really good. We're only I don't say more so a bite-sized chunk into it, but I'm getting contender for favorite album vibes, favorite Rammstein album vibes from this so far.
So shall we jump in to Sex?
Oh yeah, I've got to do this, haven't I? Right, no video, but let's do this.
Ich seh dich an und mir wird schlecht. Überall das dralle Fleisch. Ich schau dir tief in das Geschlecht und die Knie werden weich. Tausend Nadeln, das Verlangen will Geruch mit Händen fangen. Beißt das Hirn, kriecht in die Venen und es singen die Sirenen. Eine Faust in meinem Bauch, komm her, du willst es doch auch. Komm zu mir, du meinst es ist deins und das in dir. Komm mit mir, denn besser liederlich als wieder nicht. Wir leben nur einmal, wir lieben das Leben. Ich seh dich an und mir ist schlecht. Heute fallen auf die Haut. Ich schau dir tiefer ins Geschlecht. Leib und Brüste gut gebaut. Es ist ein Beben, ist ein Schwingen. Und die Sirenen singen. Ein Verlangen unterm Bauch. Komm her, denn du willst es doch auch. Komm zu mir, meins ist deins und das in dir. Komm mit mir, besser liederlich als wieder nicht. Wir leben nur einmal, wir lieben das Leben. Wir lieben die Liebe, wir leben Sex. Ja. Wir leben nur
So, Mr. Sen,
Again, very very catchy. It's gonna be my bloody word for this whole album at this point, isn't it? Like when we kick off, I almost wanted to start singing the Sweeney again, aging myself and very UK because the kind of opening twangs feels like a 70s UK kind of cop show, but very very quickly moves into what we get musically for the rest of the song, which feels much more um, rock. And when I say rock, kind of um, mid 90s, probably up into mid to late 2000s rock for me, and good for it. I mean, cracking, absolutely cracking. Again, it's got me off. Often I was getting drawn more into the music than I was necessarily the lyrical content, and it's not the vocals because obviously the vocals are coming along with it, but yeah, a very pleasurable beat to nod your head to, as well as I don't know, a really cool sound to it as well.
it's it has the 4/4 stomp there,
Yeah,
but it's not their traditional industrial stomp. As you say, it's
no,
a very much a stadium rock stomp.
yeah,
It's an ACDC. It's a Motley Crue. It's a
I don't know. I mean,
Nickelback. It's da
I feel
da da
like
da da.
it's a post grunge rock, as in it's not grungy. It's when we come out of grunge and people are maybe moving away from the more sedate and dour kind of tonality
So,
that they're trying to
so
put into it. Then
what?
that kind
Nickelback
of
and Creed.
well, I mean, let's not ever use the terms Nickelback in connection to anything that we're trying to be nice about. Let's wipe the stench of that out off of it as a descriptor. I don't know. Like, I think because for me, like, there are bits of it that pull right the way up into White Stripes kind of
Mm?
era rock as well. Like, yeah, I really liked it because again, I think it's something that they don't do oft in their music today. You know, as you
No.
say, we're more used to kind of the industrial sort of stylings that they've got, and very, very versatile. And I think one of the big selling points from throughout this journey has been their versatility. And yet again, I'm kind of going, wow, I could listen to an album just like this. Not the same song over and over again, but you know, I could listen to an album done by these in this style over
Yeah.
and over again. But I can do that. I feel like I can do that because I haven't had four albums just or five albums just like this. It's a new turn on, or certainly feels like it for me, a new turn for this song specifically.
Yeah. Um, Obviously, lyrically, it's that sort of pervy Rammstein song, which there's always normally one on the album. Um,
Yeah, I
where
was kind of trying to follow on with the lyrics to see if there was to see if I felt like there was that hidden or sometimes not hidden, but that kind of
deeper message.
covert or overt message in there. And I don't know whether it is there because I kept getting distracted by the music, but it didn't feel like it. I'm kind of with you, and it sounds a bit weird to sort of say it, but this is their sexy song of the album, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Sexy.
it, the deepest part of it is it's we all need and love sex because
Yeah, it's that
it,
kind of openness about sexuality,
yeah.
or maybe actually remove sexuality, that openness about sex that is not unique to them, but to the most part isn't the norm in
Mm,
albums, is it? You know, lots of songs about love, not so many songs just about banging, is there?
yeah, but as I said, this isn't where Till or whoever wrote the lyrics for it is getting awards for levels of songwriting. It is a pretty standard song lyrically, but
Yeah,
with it fits exactly what it's meant to be. As you say, it's a stompy sort of rock song about fucking.
The vocal delivery, coming along with the music, probably outshines the lyrical content for me. But yeah, I don't. It's not like a bad lyrical content. It's just kind of there, and you know, maybe after a couple more listens and a couple more like read-throughs, because there are a few lines I was kind of picking up, which is just kind of went, oh, is there more to this? But yeah, look, first time reaction, and yeah, it feels like him. I don't know, celebrating the desire and pointing out that it's not a bad thing, which, you know, it's a message, isn't it? In itself.
Exactly.
But if there's, yeah, in the comments, I know this is your bit, but in the comments for all the added layers that we didn't, or certainly I didn't pick up on this first listening, like when you tell me, no, this is actually a review of what happened in Gambia in 1972. And I go, really? Where is it?
I
In
don't
the right
think.
direction. Oh, but things I love that sort of thing. There are
Yeah.
times, you know, we've done it on other bands and some of the Rammstein songs where, yeah, for me, this is always first time out, first time listen, and sometimes there's so much going on that you do miss bits of it. But some of the most fascinating bits is when people have kind of gone, oh, this line or this combination of lines I think is like leading you to this, and then you kind of go, oh, really? And then you listen back to the song and you go, oh, do you know what? Having had someone point it out, I think there's something in there, and you start to dig deeper. So yeah, if there is even more to this song than meets the eye, stick it down there.
Yes. As always, YouTube things, like, subscribe, and ring off the bell. And we'll be back with Pupa next. So until
Excuse
then,
me. We'll be back with what?
Pupa,
And what does we can't leave it on that? What does Puppa mean?
doll.
Okay, only because it has a very different meaning in my house. But that's for next episode.
But until then,
Yeah.
Auf Wiedersehen.